Here we go again, guys. Here we go again. Back to losing ways. Unfortunately, Manchester United lose against Aston Villa. Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 1. And I spoke about the defensive calamities that we had against Bournemouth. And unfortunately, there were more crimes against Aston Villa. There were more crimes. And let's just get through the game quickly and then I'll get to what we learned in this game. I mean, at the beginning of the game, what was clear to highlight is that Aiden Heaven really was playing with confidence and, made some really good challenges, some really good defending at the beginning of the game to keep us sound and keep us calm. Um, but then I think to some of the issues that are leading to us conceding chances, and I, I'm I'm over being frustrated about this. Ruben Amorim starting Manuel Ugarte is will never help you. It will never help you. And at the beginning of the game, you saw this where he's lost possession in midfield, just being lackadaisical with his touch, loses possession, puts us on the back foot. And if it wasn't for a great save from Lamons and then a heroic block from Aiden Heaven, which I have a feeling if he wasn't there, Lamons might have still saved it, we would be 1-0 down within, what, 10 minutes of the game? It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And Manuel Ugarte, listen, Casemiro suspended. I didn't even realize that, but Casemiro was suspended. Kobe Mainoo allegedly picked up an injury before this game. So there wasn't many options to be fair. But even when Ugarte's starting, I think every single game that he started for us in the Premier League, we have lost. I I don't know what else to say about that, and that is all I will say about that. Moving forward, Sesko had a couple of chances. One that he's been Bruno Fernandes plays a pass, I believe it was Bruno, and then it trickles down to Sesko. Sesko with his right foot, tries to put it through the keeper's legs, it looks like. And Martinez, obviously, with his experience, Dibu Martinez comes out, makes himself big, and makes a great, great save. There was another chance where Cunha slipped him in. It wasn't the best ball from Cunha, but it was a ball that Sesko got to first, and you know, you ask, can he get a shot off? But he takes a heavy touch and diffuses the attack almost all by himself with that touch. So that was really frustrating. And then, I mean, amongst all of this, you get the first bit of brilliance from Morgan Rogers and against defensive calamity. And I have to highlight Euro here. Euro again, and Euro hasn't been playing well in the last few games. He hasn't been. But the ball gets played over the top. Euro, you're keeping him on side. You're the only player behind the rest of the line. And if you are with the line, Morgan Rogers is offside. And for him not to be offside, he has to retreat backwards. Meaning that same ball with the same danger getting him behind cannot be played. If anything, he would need it to feet, unless he makes a phenomenal run from even deeper, which will be a lot more difficult. Euro, man, you have to do better than that. The ball goes over, Morgan Rogers keeps it in play. Then Euro goes to engage, but you're not really engaging Euro. It's like you're kind of ushering him. It's like you're his protection. You don't even put a challenge in. You know, you're trying to get to him, trying to get over to him because he's ahead of you now. You're chasing him, and as soon as you get to him, he just chops you. You know, your balance, your footing isn't right. He just chops you, comes inside, and what a glorious, glorious goal from Morgan Rogers. Finesses it, top bins, outside the box. What a beautiful goal. And I'm sure that goal will be in contention for goal of the month. Not soon after, I believe even 3 minutes later, we do get the equaliser. Dorgu, who has been struggling sometimes, but with a great bit of pressing, wins the ball back from Matty Cash. pokes it, and it literally goes straight on through for Cunha onto goal, and Cunha takes a beautiful strike of the ball, finessing it round Martinez from a cute angle as well. It was a beautiful, beautiful finish. And that's what I need more of you, Cunha, man. I need you to be more clinical. And we will get onto that later, but it's seeming like it's taking you three three chances to score one, four chances to score one. And I need you to be more clinical, just like that strike. Listen, we get to the second half, and I'm just going to get right into Morgan Rogers' second goal. And it was a great strike from Morgan Rogers. Obviously, not as far as before, but similar finesse to the right hand side of the goal. But what a comedy of defensive errors from Manchester United. What a comedy of defensive errors. Dallo, Dallo. That's how you try to stop a cross. I want everybody to go watch Morgan Rogers' second goal again and look how Dallo engages to try stop this cross. He doesn't. It's like he's literally watching him. And then you can see he's beating you for a yard and he's about to try and cross this ball. He doesn't even stick his leg out to stop the cross. It's so poor from you, Dallo. I've spoken about you previously. You've had a couple good games recently, but that is so poor to not even attempt to stop the cross. And he doesn't attempt. And what happens when the ball comes in towards Ollie Watkins? Heaven. And I was praising you at the beginning of this game because you were our best defender in this game. I will give it to you. But it's all about moments. And one lapse of judgment. You were sleeping, just ball watching, waiting for the ball to come to you rather than to attack the ball, rather to engage the ball and get it out. But you're waiting for the ball to come to you. Ollie Watkins gets in front of you, nicks it. Now who's ball watching? And by the way, whilst Aiden Heaven is ball watching, as soon as the crosses come in, the whole time, Yoro, again, I'm sorry, bro. You're ball watching. You're literally standing still, just turning around, ball watching. I couldn't believe it. And when Watkins gets that nick with the ball in front of Heaven, the ball falls to Morgan Rogers, and Yoro, that's when you wake up. That's when you try to go engage Rogers. It's not good enough. It's a comedy of errors. Absolute comedy of errors. And it's too late then, Yoro. It is too late. And Morgan Rogers gets his shot off for his second goal. And what a finish that was as well. Now, the last big moment in this game where we definitely should have equalized is Mateus Cunha. Dorgu puts a lovely ball in, and Dorgu's final ball, whether it be crosses, passes, whatever it may be, is his biggest criticism, I think, from most, because he really needs to work on that. But this ball that he put in for Cunha was on a sixpence. It was directly onto Cunha's head, 5 yards out, and you're not even getting it on target. And that is not good enough. That's not good enough. It shouldn't be taking you three chances, four chances, clear-cut chances to score one. And we need more from you. And Burmo, our highest goal scorer, he's gone off to AFCON. We need you, Cunha, to be putting these away. Bruno Fernandes comes off injured at half time. So, we're going to be relying on you even more now to pop up with the goals. And Cunha, that was simply not good enough. It wasn't. And the game ends 2-1. Would I say that Aston Villa were deserved winners? I wouldn't say so. I think a draw would have probably been the correct result. But that's the difference. That's the difference between, a player that has superb brilliance and a team that's playing well and a team that, you know, isn't trying to lose this game, because Aston Villa have gone behind in like 3 of their last games. And granted, they didn't go behind in this game, but they are not losing at the moment. They have now, won 10 games on the bounce. It's that never say die attitude or whatever they say. But listen, what are some things that we learned in this game? I would say number one, Lenny Yoro is not ready to be in the first team at Manchester United. Lenny Yoro is not ready to be in the first team at Manchester United. He simply isn't, and we are desperately missing Matthias de Ligt and Harry Maguire. And look how the tables have turned. Because we, especially Maguire, you can see how much we miss him. And those type of experienced players, we don't have that right now. And it's not just Euro. I feel bad for Euro because he's an inexperienced centre back. He's so young, 19 years of age, I believe. And he's been thrown in at the deep end with no one really above him to guide him, no one who's done it all to guide him. He doesn't have that. But this still simply is not good enough. And what I see from Euro is that does he need to follow that Saliba trajectory? Go on loan? Because when Arsenal signed Saliba, they sent him back on loan to Saint Etienne, I believe. Then I believe he went on loan to Marseille. Lenny Yoro, do you need to do the same? Have a couple years on loan to refine your skills so when you come back to the Premier League, you are stronger, you are more confident, you have more experience under your belt because that's what it's given at the moment, unfortunately. There's too many lapses of judgment, too many just incorrect, immature decision making from you, Lenny Yoro, and it needs to improve. Granted, I do feel sorry for you because who is there really to guide you? Who is there really to guide you? And we move on to the second thing I learned in this game, and I will say this that Aiden Heaven, and I do think this about Lenny Yoro as well, by the way, but he's just really having a tough time. But Aiden Heaven, I believe, will be a top Premier League centre back in years to come. And I think outside of the lapse of judgment for Morgan Rogers' second goal, Aiden Heaven had a very good game against Aston Villa, and he was by far our best defender. By far our best defender. He's got calmness on the ball. He likes to drive forward with the ball. He's not shy to do that. Um, he's got good passing. Obviously, some of his passing was a bit off in this game, but in general, he's got great confidence to pass the ball forward, not just give it to his left back or give it to his right back. So I do like that a bit about Aiden Heaven. He's got the physical presence. He's tall, he's strong, and he's so young. So shout out to Aiden Heaven, man. I want you to keep grinding, man. Keep working at this. Keep focused. I believe you will be a top centre back for Manchester United and in your overall career. I really do hope so. And I hope you can be our future LCB for years and years to come. I really do. From Edmonton United, shout you out. From the ends all the way to Old Trafford, man. Keep doing your thing, Aiden Heaven, man, for sure. Number three, the third thing we learned from this game is that Benjamin Sesko is just not ready for this level. And to be fair, you guys might be learning this now, but I knew this from when we signed him. It it was just like signing another unproven striker, just like Rasmus Højlund. And I feel sorry for Sesko because the price tag is too much, the pressure is too much. Every player we sign, we're looking as, someone that's going to save United. And Sesko simply is not ready. He doesn't have the experience. He's not ready to be Manchester United's first team striker. So when people are saying Sesko's this, Sesko's that, I'm saying, but bro, is it even his fault? It's just poor recruitment again. You bought Højlund under Ten Hag for the similar amount of money. He didn't work out, or he wasn't working out. You've sent him on loan to Napoli, trying to, resolve the issue, and you literally make a similar signing with a similar level of experience, and we're just in the same place. Now what happens? Now what happens? Sesko, someone that's not ready for this. Now, are we going to go into the striker market again in January, in the summer? Or we can't now because we've spent 70 million on Benjamin Sesko. I feel sorry for Sesko, but he is not ready for this level. He simply isn't. Number four, one of the positives, one of the only positives I can take from this game is Lisandro Martinez. When he came on at halftime for Bruno Fernandes, in that DM position, he was our best player. He was the one making things tick. He was the one with calmness on the ball. He was the one that was being the link between the defense and the attack. So Lisandro Martinez, hopefully he can contribute, especially with some of the guys going off to AFCON, a bit of depletion in the squad. I really hope Lisandro Martinez can be in these two centre midfield roles and be the more defensive one. So, all this pressure that Casemiro has on him, and I still think Casemiro is a top player, even if it seems that he can't play 90 minutes, irrespective of him being frustrated at being substituted against Bournemouth. But if that is the case, we've got Lisandro Martinez. Let's try it out. Let's see. I want to see Lisandro Martinez in one of those midfield roles. Why can't we see Lisandro Martinez and Kobbie Mainoo playing together in that midfield? I think that would be amazing. I think that would be amazing. Lisandro with the calmness, the link between the defense and the attack, and mainly the one that will carry the ball forward, you know, and really be that that midfielder that is joining the attack um, in the last moments. And I do believe this is something we can build on. Lisandro Martinez in the DM position. And he played there at Ajax sometimes, or a lot of the time. So hopefully we can finally see what he can do for us in that position in the midfield where we've been having so many issues, so many problems, a million conversations about. Finally, number five. Can Morgan Rogers become England's best left winger? I know everyone keeps talking about him in the 10 position, but at the end of the day, that performance yesterday from the left wing, it was like every time he got the ball, you thought, can something happen here? He has that X factor. And we look at England's left wing options, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Gordon. Out of the three, if you ask me who do I think is the best player, I probably still would say Marcus Rashford. You're seeing how well he's doing at Barcelona. But I don't think Morgan Rogers starting as a left winger for England is a bad shout at all. And as much as Marcus Rashford is an inside forward and Morgan Rogers is of similar nature, Morgan Rogers still does have that cam in him, that attacking midfielder in him, where he will be able to provide and link up play. And I know Marcus Rashford can do these things too, but he just has a bit more. Marcus seems a bit more direct to me, whereas Morgan Rogers is definitely direct, but he has the other side to this game where he can be more patient and link up play and, you know, probe and assist and play make for the likes of Harry Kane in the England setup. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Morgan Rogers should be the starting left winger for England at the World Cup in the summer? That is definitely something to address. And Aston Villa in general, 10 games on the bounce, they have won. They sit in third position, 1 point behind City, and I think 3 points behind Arsenal in the Premier League. Are they in this title race? I think it's too early to say so. We'll see when we get to the other side of the year, you know, January, February times. But boy, they are in phenomenal form. So shout out to Aston Villa. And where does this leave us, guys? Seventh place, 26 points. Sunderland and Liverpool go ahead of us. Liverpool, after the abysmal run they were having, I was having a glorious time with it. They are now ahead of us by 3 points. Sunderland are ahead of us by 1 point. And you're seeing that the defensive issues we are missing De Ligt and Maguire so much. We are missing the experience of these players so much because, listen, scoring goals is not our problem. We are equal for the second most goals scored in the Premier League with 31, and that's tied with Arsenal and only behind City. But the only teams that have conceded more goals than us, we have conceded 28 goals. So we're on +3 goal difference, which is so annoying. The only teams that have conceded more goals than us are Bournemouth, Leeds, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. That is horrible company to be in. Of course, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves being the bottom three. Those are the only teams that have conceded more goals than us in this Premier League. And it's so, so bad. We are missing these players so much. So much. And if we do not, and even at times in that game, of course, we were playing three at the back with Dallo and Dorgu on the wing backs. But when I believe we was at some points in the game, we were playing with a four at the back, and the four being Dorgu, Shaw, Heaven, and Euro right back. When have you ever seen a manager field three of the four defenders in a four at the back being left-footed? The balance just isn't right. And again, I feel so sorry for the Euros, the Heavens, because, and the Dorgus, to be fair, because the most experienced player is Shaw, and he's not actually playing in his best position, and he's not actually, as much as he's played centre back in the past and done a good job, he's not actually a centre back. So we're in a dire moment at the moment. I cannot wait for De Ligt and Maguire to come back. I really cannot wait. But right now, it is really looking bleak. It's looking bleak, guys. Our next game is against Newcastle, guys, at Old Trafford on Boxing Day. It's going to be a tough, tough game, but I hope we can bounce back. And if we can, we've got Wolves after that and Leeds after that. Guys, please, let's try build something, man. Let's try get a run of wins going. I'm out though, guys. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think the problems are in this team? And what do you think the solution is for these defensive calamity of performances we have been seeing? Like, comment, share, subscribe, people, man. I'm out. I'll see you on the next one.